Good afternoon, grain-free VIPs and foodie friends. Happy Saturday. This is Nina Blake, the grain-free lifestyle coach, coming to you live from my kitchen in Oakdale, Connecticut. Thank you so much, Rose, for helping me with the tech. Not really sure what happened last time, but hopefully you can see me straight up and down right now. And as you are coming on and being notified that I am here with you live, I want to say thank you. It means so much to me that you take time out of your weekend to hang out with me here. Rose, are we okay? Can you see me straight up and down like normal? Hopefully. All right, unless Rose tells me that she can't see me, we'll figure it out. So, I'm the grain-free lifestyle coach because I help families avoid grains and allergens while packing their menus with flavor and variety so that they and enjoy meals together as they heal and live their best lives. And let me tell you, it's a joy to be here with you. Let me grab something to drink. Okay, so today's Slice of the Grain-Free Lifestyle episode is called Why Substituting Doesn't Get You the Results You Want. Oh my gosh. Before I go into this, I'm coming to you live from Oakdale, Connecticut. Could you say hello in the chat? Tell me where you are watching from. And if you are watching the replay, could you like, share, and subscribe to help others find this awesome content and be able to live a delicious grain-free life? Okay. So, excuse me. I know. I'm going to try eating something. Excuse me. Thank you so much for your patience. I have no clue why that just happened, but I am eating a slice of awesome cheeseburger pie. I made this earlier this week. And the reason I brought this out today is because it is made with my lectin-free flour blend, and I'm going to tell you more about that later. But first, we're going to talk about why substituting doesn't get you the results that you want. Substituting is what we have to do. It's how we have to live. And for the first 5 years of my grain-free journey, I really thought all I had to do was find the right substitution. If that sounds familiar, could you please let me know in the comments? How do things go for you when you substitute? Are you able to get a result that you're hoping for, or does it not go quite right? In my first 5 years of being grain-free, I made bricks instead of bread. I made shingles and sheetrock instead of cakes. And once I made a batch of cookies that smelled like socks. Really. God bless the lovely woman at church who told me that I just had to make the recipe. The cookies looked beautiful. They just smelled awful. Couldn't even eat them. Absolutely awful. So what did I learn, and how can you use that to substitute appropriately and get the results that you're hoping for? Okay. What I thought when I first started was, can't use all-purpose flour anymore. All right. I'll try coconut. Great. That's where the bricks instead of bread came from, because coconut flour is so heavy. All right. So then I bought a blend, except that blend, it wasn't grain-free. Didn't say it was grain-free. It was gluten-free, but I didn't know that sorghum and amaranth were grains, so I just used it. And it came out pretty good. But remember, grains are off the table for me. Point being, I got bricks instead of bread. So I went back and I looked at how does all-purpose flour work. Well, all-purpose flour has 3 major components to it, right? That's what wheat has. It has protein. That's the gluten. It has fiber, and it has starch. So I developed my grain-free flour blend, my OG grain-free that I can do anything with. And I was able to use chickpea, tapioca, and coconut to make almost anything. The only reason I couldn't make something is because I hadn't tried it yet. And I loved that blend. And if you would like the recipe, please put flour in the comments and I will get you that recipe. It was wonderful. And then my husband developed lectin intolerance. And that's where this flour blend, the lectin-free flour blend that I have been using since December. I've been using this exclusively since December. That's where this comes in. Okay. Take another bite. So instead of replacing all-purpose flour with a single ingredient, I had to drill down and look at how all-purpose flour works in recipes. And so I came up with a blend. Again, I replaced the OG grain-free blend with the lectin-free grain-free blend that I am using now. Let's look at another ingredient that we often replace. Again, I made bricks, shingles, sheetrock, smelly cookies. I was learning and I was trying so hard to get food. So I tried replacing eggs. Now, I went to the nutritionist and the nutritionist said, just use an egg replacer. Great. So I found a recipe for bread that called for eggs. And I used my OG grain-free flour blend in my bread machine. You know what I didn't get? I didn't get bread. I got another brick again. Why? Because even though that egg replacer had different ingredients in it, the ingredients were counteracting each other in the recipe. What do I mean? Well, it was a recipe for a bread machine, and eggs have multiple functions in a recipe. One of them is that eggs are a leavening agent. They give lift to recipes. And that bread machine was kneading, going crazy, right? And it was beating the lift out of the recipe. That's not going to work. So I needed to learn not just which ingredients to use, but when to add them. So using multiple ingredients, when we add the ingredients, makes a huge difference, okay? So cheeseburger pie uses a new egg replacer, and if you're looking for the egg replacer recipe, please put egg replacer in the comments, and I'll absolutely get you that recipe. It is on my website. Trust me, we're going to talk about more than cheeseburger pie in a minute. So, next thing. What about dairy? Now, the good thing about the dairy-free milks that are available is that we can make do with just about all of them. None of them are perfect, but we can make do. We can use them in a recipe in place of milk, and we're cool. What about other dairy products like butter and cream cheese and sour cream? It gets really dicey. And what do I mean? When you mix that sour cream for a dip and you're like, is it supposed to taste like wallpaper? Was that the flavor of this dip? That's what I'm talking about. Because it looks like sour cream. It might even smell like sour cream. But the texture of it on your tongue, it's not what we're going for. So how do we tackle that? Dairy, like all-purpose flour, has components at the physical level. We're looking at the physical properties of it. Dairy has moisture, dairy has fat, dairy has protein. And for the most part, the dairy-free replacers they don't contain all those components. Oftentimes they use starch to replace the protein in the dairy. And that's why you get that wallpaper paste flavor. You're not imagining it. It's the starch in the dairy-free replacer. So I'm going to take one more bite of cheeseburger pie, and then we're going to look at butter. Okay. This is my dairy-free butter. It looks like butter. It tastes like butter. It melts like butter. I even used it. I used this butter for the first time. This is my final draft of the dairy-free butter. There's no gluten, no grains, no dairy, no egg, no soy, no corn, no almond, no cashew, no peanut, no sesame, no nightshade, and no lectins in this butter. And I used it this week to make waffles. Check this out. This is the last waffle. I have to make some more probably tomorrow. This is the last waffle left, but isn't this beautiful? This is a Belgian waffle. It is lectin-free, it is grain-free, it is top 9 allergy-free. And it uses my new egg replacer. It uses my new butter. I think we can all agree it looks like a waffle because it is a waffle, right? They're so crispy when you first make them, and it's not any more work than making a regular waffle. So if you're looking for my waffle recipe, I want you to use my calendar link. We'll hop on a call and talk about how I can teach you to do what I'm doing to get you recipes so that you can add your family recipes back to your table. Okay, we're going to talk about the butter, we're going to talk about the sour cream, because it's really looking at that deeper level, that level of the physical properties to how do these ingredients work in a recipe, right? So butter, right? How does butter work in a recipe? Well, butter has protein. It has a lot of fat, right? It contributes creaminess, obviously, but butter does something else. Butter traps air. It has the wonderful bonds because of the protein in it that when you whip it, that's why we get whipped cream. That's why when it's whipping, we can go from a stick of butter to a really nice fluffy frosting. Oh, right? And so that's what we want. And that's why when you purchase that dairy-free butter in the tub, it's really good at melting. But for frosting, it doesn't quite do it, right? So let's look at bread. This is my flatbread. Get to test this again. I'm so excited. I'm testing rolls. I'm testing flatbread. I just need to do it all today so that I don't have to bake during the heat wave. So this is my grain-free flatbread. And as you can see in the center, look at that. There's no glutiness in it, right? It's just beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. Now, my entire life changed when I learned to break recipes. And if my Auntie Anna is watching, Auntie Anna, I'm going to say it again. You were the person who told me, Nina, bring your flour. I know that we can use your flour to make our Christmas Eve recipes, because my entire life changed when I learned to do that. When Auntie was like, just bring it. We'll fry the smelts. Bring your bread. We'll stuff the squid with your bread. And suddenly, Christmas Eve was back. I could eat at Christmas like normal, right? So when we substitute, like with the egg replacer and the flour in the cheeseburger pie, we are going to look at not just one-for-one ingredients. We're going to look at the physical properties that the ingredients contribute to that recipe and how to add them back. Sometimes it's one ingredient, but most often it's more. This is exactly what I teach in my cooking classes and in my coaching sessions. And if that sounds like something you'd like to know more about, use my calendar link below. We'll hop on a call. We'll meet on Zoom. We'll talk about your dreams for adding real food back to your table without grains and the allergens you're avoiding. I know you can do this. I'm here to help you every step of the way because I believe in you. The possibilities are endless when you break a recipe. Have an amazing Saturday.